This is the story of the little fish. Now, along the terrace, through the arch and round the corner from the little angel, you come to Cross Street. In an open window in a house, on a table, in Cross Street, stand 3 glass bowls. One large, one medium, and one rather small. In the large one lives a huge, lazy fish who is happy to wallow in the sun-warmed water, grunting to himself. In the middle-sized bowl lives a rather beautiful lady fish with long fins, which she swishes about, fanning herself gently. And in the smallest bowl lives a tiny little fish who swims round and round and round one way, and then turns and swims round and round and round the other way. "Oh, can you tell me about the world?" says the curious little fish as he swims round and round. "Can you tell me about the world, ladyfish?" "Well, all I can tell you is that I am the most beautiful fish in the world." "Can you tell me what the world is like?" asked the little fish to the large, lazy fish. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm happy just lazing about here." Oh, good. Here comes some food. "Oh, good. Food. Me. Feed me first. Feed me the most." "Just a little bit for me," said the ladyfish. "I'm watching my weight." "I don't want any food," said the little fish. "I want to see the world, please. I want to see the world." But none of them listened to him. So he swam around and around and around, and he asked one last time, "Please come with me to see the world." But the large, lazy fish was snoring, and the beautiful lady fish was admiring her own reflection. "Right," said the little fish, "I will have to go alone." And he swam around and around, faster and faster and faster, until he leapt clean out of the bowl and out of the window. Whee! Splash! The little fish landed in the gutter beside the road. He swam happily up and down, I'm free, until he met a great big rat. "Oh, good morning," said the little fish. "Can you tell me if this is the big wide world?" It's big enough for me," said the rat. Yeah, plenty big enough for me. Now, little fish, I've got an itch. Once you scratch my back, I've got a flea. Come on, scratch my back for me." "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rat," said the little fish. "I've got too much to see to bother with a flea." And on he swam all the way down the gutter until he came to the canal. Oh, this was exciting for the little fish. There were all sorts of things he'd never ever seen before. Lots and lots of green, stringy weed. Oh, look, and there's some tadpoles. And a frog. Oh, and another frog. And a moorhen. And look at all those wonderful people living on barges. Oh, and who's this? Mother Duck came swimming in, followed by her baby ducklings. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 beep, 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 beep. Quack, 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 quack. Oh, can you tell me, Mother Duck, if this is the big wide world? Said the little fish.
I believe it is a big wide world. I also believe it's a big wild world. And I think that little creatures like you should stay at home and not go swimming off on their own. Quack, quack. Come along, my babies. Quack, 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 quack. Wing, 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 wing. And Mother Duck and all her babies hurried away. But I want to see all the world, shouted the little fish after her. But they weren't listening anymore. So the little fish swam on and on and on until the canal joined a great big river. Oh, look at this, said the little fish. Oh, what's that going round and round? It was the London Eye. And look at those magnificent buildings. I wonder what they are. Those were the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. I wonder what goes on in there. Oh, I've arrived, said the little fish. This must be the big wide world. Oh, no, it's not, said the most beautiful creature that the little fish had ever seen, even more beautiful than the ladyfish back at home. This is not the great wide world. This is the great River Thames, which flows all the way to the sea. To the sea, said the little fish. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Which way do I go? But the swan, the beautiful swan, just turned her back and sailed away. So the little fish swam on and on and on down the River Thames until he reached the sea. Oh, said the little fish, the big wide world, nowhere's bigger or wider or deeper than the sea. Oh, the big wide world. Oh, what's that? Said the little fish. Oh, 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 look at you. Who are you? Are you the big wide world? Said the little fish. No, I am the Queen Mary. I am a ship that sails around the world. Oh, out of my way, little fish. If you want to see the world, then follow me. Baw, baw. Wait for me, said the little fish. And for a whole day and a whole night, the little fish swam as fast and strong as he could, until a great storm began to brew. The winds raged, the heavens opened, and the ocean churned. Help! Help! Help me! Cried the little fish. The little fish was tossed here, there, and everywhere. Help! Until he didn't know what was up and what was down. Help me, or where the Queen Mary was. Oh, help me, please, cried the little fish. I don't know what to do. The big wide world is far too big for me. Help me, please. The storm eventually passed, and the poor little fish was exhausted at the very bottom of the ocean. Hello, said two voices both at once. Who said that? Said the little fish. Come and play with us. Cheer up. Come and play with us." And then there they were. 2 beautiful mermaids with cheeky smiles. "Chase us, play with us." Oh, the little fish had a wonderful time with the mermaid. But then, suddenly, they froze. "Careful, little fish. Not everyone is as friendly as us." And in a jiffy they disappeared. "Wait, please, come back."
Ooh, 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 ooh. Boo! Oh, hello, little fish. I'm Octavia the octopus, and I'd love to eat you. I'd love to meet you, not eat you. Meet you is what I meant to say. Come with me down into my lair. Come with me down into my octopus's garden in the shade.
Thank you. I'd like to go now.
Oh, you can't go because I'm going to eat you. You're going to what? I'm going to eat you. Oh, no, please don't eat me. Now, where did I leave my salt and pepper?
No, then.
Doo-dum, doo-dum.
2 dark shadows blotted out the light.
Doo-dum, doo-dum, Shark attack,
said the octopus.
I'm off.
The little fish, the terrified little fish, had nowhere to go. And then everything went dark. Inside the belly of the shark, the little fish wriggled and jiggled and wriggled some more and jiggled some more. Do you know that shark was a very greedy shark? He'd already eaten far too many little fish and medium-sized fish and even some quite big fish that day. And he couldn't stand the little fish wriggling around. And did you know, not many people know this, a shark can sometimes hiccup. The little fish flew out through all those terrible teeth, and he was free! He'd escaped! He was free! The little fish swam away from the sharks, and up he swam, until he reached the surface of the sea, where the sun warmed the waves. He said, Oh, I'm so tired. And he closed his eyes. Little fish, little fish. There you are, little fish, said a voice he knew so well. The little fish opened his eyes, he blinked and flipped his tail, and there she was. It was her. The little old lady from his home in Cross Street. Come on, little fish, swim into my net, let me take you home. And that's exactly what he did. Gently, she lifted him into her boat. Oh, my darling little fish, I've missed you so, and so have my other fish. The little fish smiled to himself as she put him in a bucket and took him home.
Oh, hello, little fish,
said the big lazy fish. Oh, hello, where have you been, little fish, said the lady fish. Do you know, said the little fish, the world is a wonderful and exciting place. But in all that big wide world, I think this is the best place to be, home.